It's Earth Week here in New York City and across the nation. As part of New York's efforts to address climate change, the city's real estate industry is raising the bar for environmental sustainability. REBNY members are at the forefront. With new ideas and new technology, they're increasing energy efficiency, reducing carbon emissions, and integrating sustainable design throughout the development process. Many of these investments will help New York advance the ambitious climate goals laid out by city and state leaders. That's because we share those goals and we're committed to helping achieve them. Now, let's learn more about how REBNY members are leading the way on sustainability. From some of the city's newest skyscrapers to its most iconic buildings, sustainability is shaping the skyline. That means retrofitting historic towers to turn them into today's leaders. And it means changing the way we design and power new buildings.
Brookfield bought 100% renewable electricity for One Manhattan West so that we can make an outsized impact towards our net zero commitment. Purchasing renewable power for the property lowered its direct emissions by over 80%. Like One Manhattan West, most of Brookfield's office properties are primarily energized by electricity, meaning if we can responsibly source 100% zero emissions electricities for these properties, we can make a massive impact towards our net zero commitment and accelerate our progress far ahead of our intended timelines. What's new and what's trending these days is you get to offer renewable power at these buildings, which eliminates the emissions from an investor's investments or the office usage of a tenant.
As the world's most famous building, we have a unique opportunity to create case studies. We have reduced our emissions at the Empire State Building by 54% through a combination of projects which we've not only created a replicable model for, but have also published all of our findings and all of our tools publicly at no cost. We retrofitted our entire chiller plant and updated the whole building management system along with a whole set of measures for tenants.
For REBNY members, repositioning a major building is often an exciting opportunity to leverage sustainable materials and design elements to maximize efficiency and decrease environmental impact.
PEN 2 is going to be delivered as a carbon neutral property. What that means is that all of our tenants will be able to take advantage of the electrification work that we've done. We've replaced the entire facade with triple pane glazing, improving the energy efficiency, tenant comfort, and acoustic control.
Sustainability is everything for us as it relates to our properties, our tenants, our employees, and the community at large. It's number one on our list.
This year we completed the most ambitious renovation in our 108-year history, 825 3rd Avenue, and from the moment planning began, sustainability was a key component of both the changes made and the methods of construction used. 825 now uses 44% less energy thanks to highly efficient modular mechanical plant, energy-saving fixtures, and an HVAC system that takes advantage of hot and cold air's natural convection activity. All of this was accomplished while diverting 85% of the renovation and construction debris from landfill and incineration.
All of this work is made possible by new technologies that open up new ways to think about how buildings operate and how they're designed. That can impact everything from the engine room at the heart of the building to rooftops that dot the skyline.
So Tishman Speyer has taken the philosophy that we need to weave sustainability, energy efficiency, and low carbon design strategies throughout our recent new developments, both in New York and around the world. In recent years, Tishman Speyer has had the opportunity to build some very large and impressive green roof structures throughout the city. Morgan North is a full city block on top of what is an existing postal facility, and we have access to virtually the entire roof and have turned it into one of the largest green spaces in the city. The spiral has a very different approach to the green roof, which is that obviously the design element of the spiral is green roofs cascading all the way around the building to the top, which allows every single tenant on every single floor to have outside space and green space.
In the early 2010s, we created a company called Prescriptive Data and an operating system called Nantum OS, the first operating system for the built environment. Throughout testing in our portfolio, we realized the incredible power it had to help reduce emissions throughout the built environment. We spun it out as a wholly owned subsidiary in 2015 and are now selling it across the real estate industry to help others reduce their carbon footprint as well. In our portfolio, on the commercial side, we've reduced our carbon footprint by over 45% over the last 7 years.
It's clear that efforts to confront climate change have become more urgent than ever. That's why we're proud to see real estate industry leaders stepping up and innovating to help address this immense challenge. REBNY members know if we're going to ensure that New York City stays the greatest city in the world, we all have a part to play in building a more sustainable city for the next generation and beyond. We're going to keep working together with the public sector and all stakeholders to do just that. From the Manhattan skyline to communities all across the 5 boroughs, let's make it happen.